I met Ray in 1965 at a local bowling alley. I was 16. Ray was 19, nearly 20. And I have to say, I fell in love straight away. He had the most beautiful brown eyes. He did have, however, what they then called St Vitus dance, everybody thought it was, which was slight twitching. We got married in 1970, and his movements and the other symptoms of Tourette's, which are noises, swearing and self-harming, got worse and worse.
He was pricked, prodded, taken apart by the medical profession who at the time did not understand a great deal about Tourette's.
Ray would bang his head or punch things.
He never hit Simon or I, ever, but he did hit Mum.
And he would be slapping, sometimes punching. Never any severe damage, only to one's self-esteem.
It was just her in this bungalow in Wickford in Essex, with no money, with 2 children, the pressure, and then this man that she loves falling apart in front of her eyes on 6, 7, 8, 9 different types of medication, trips to mental hospitals, electrical therapy. What do you do? What do you do when all you have is your own will and determination? You don't have any other resources to pull on. When it's just you. So she created the spirit world.
I have come to speak to you.
I understand you are here to heal. Is that correct?
It started when they went to see a medium just before, so end of January 1987.
We were laying in bed and it suddenly struck me about how bright he is after he'd seen these mediums. And it occurred to me that if I could convince him that I was bringing spirit through, I could use it to help him in his really bad moments.
Jenny's extraordinary feat of imagination has strange parallels with many of the things that we would be looking for in an effective mental health treatment.
Dad would speak to them about 5 hours a day, if not more on some days, but averaging it out about 5 hours.
He got really into it, he taped it.
Then it escalated and we spoke to spirit every day.
We used to talk a lot as a couple. We were a very close couple, but it's always nice to have somebody else to talk to. And Ray was always generally embarrassed about his condition, Tourette's being an unsociable condition.
Mum created an entire world of friends that he could talk to on lots of different levels.
Social isolation is absolutely lethal to us as human beings, not just emotionally and psychologically, though that is true, but actually physically. If somebody is socially isolated and they smoke 30 fags a day, their life expectancy is more affected by doing something about the social isolation than it is about the smoking.
My whole plan for this 24-year lie was because I loved my husband greatly and would have done anything to help him with his illnesses and his problems.
If you're living a life where you're suffering an enormous amount, it's that question of why me? Why is this happening to me? And Spirit gave answers.
The psychologist James Hillman said, "Perhaps our age has gone to analysis, not to be loved or get cured or even to know thyself. Perhaps we go to be given a case history, to be told a soul story and given a plot to live by."
If that hadn't have been there, I don't think Simon and I would have had a father.
This was to be the life of suffering.
I see. Yeah.
Therefore, a much healing work is being done for you. The difficulty and slowness is due to the change of a karma.
I understand. Yes, of course.
This is done very rarely
I can imagine.
and only for those whom it is deemed worthy.
Cool.
And you are indeed worthy.
Thank you, yeah, thank you. I'm very honoured, very flattered.
So therefore I must warn you
Yes.
of possible slight disturbances regarding Tourette's symptoms,
Yeah.
which may appear to reactivate at times.
Mm-hmm.
You must visualize yourself, Ray, as being rewired.
I'm beginning to. Yeah.
We need stories. We need stories that make sense to us. Without stories, without narratives, our lives are chaotic, unpredictable, frightening, and meaningless. And people can't tolerate that, not for very long, without the distress of it becoming overwhelming.
He did get better, but he had dark days. And when the dark days started to come back, they were even darker because Dad was, you said we would be in this position and we're not.
No, I never thought I'd reach the stage where I'd talk to you like this today. But I'm tired of waiting. All my life I've waited for something to happen. And nothing has. I'm tired of being different to other people. I'm tired of not fitting in. I'm tired of being lonely, unhappy, depressed, struggling. A living hell. Now, the net result, after 4 months of intensive communication, is that I'm still the Ray that was before 4 months ago. With all the problems, with all the physical problems that the healers were supposed to clear. You say you can't perform miracles. You've explained in great detail, clever words. You've explained your limitations. Clever words. You've manipulated me, Lyshia, and I've gone along with it. I feel used, manipulated. Now, for goodness sake, what are you? Are you what you say you are? Or are you just Jenny's higher self? I want to know, Lyshia. I want proof and I want it now. Please.